Hey, what is up, fellers? It's Knucklehead again. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Amazing Spider-Man 2 video game. Story. The story was pretty boring, very repetitive. The story pretty much follows Spider-Man and Peter Parker, and the three main villains are Wilson, Kingpin Tusk, the Carnage Killer, aka Cletus Cassidy, and Craven. You do also get to fight Electro and the Green Goblin, as you're seeing right now, but especially the Electro fight just felt forced and they didn't really belong in there and they were just put in there to go along with the movie. And the Peter Parker sections were just dreadfully boring. The gameplay, on the other hand, the gameplay had very slight improvement from the first Amazing Spider-Man game. The only noticeable improvement was the web slinging. The web slinging was pretty cool. You actually have to attach your webs to something now, which is cool at first, but with the horrible camera angles that you get when you try to web sling, or forbid you try to climb up a wall, the camera will just have an absolute spaz attack. So the web slinging like that eventually gets pretty boring. The combat system is a one-button combat system. You press square or X depending on the console you're playing on to attack, and triangle or Y to dodge. It's pretty much all you do. You also have the option to use L1 to pick up stuff and swing it and throw it, or if you upgrade, you could have the ability to disarm an enemy and glue it to the ground so they can't shoot you like cheapskates. But other than that, the combat is pretty bland, and you could tell they're trying to go along with what the Batman Arkham series does, but they just don't do it anywhere near as well as the Batman series has done. The side missions have very little variety, and if you do them, it's because if you don't, you get the whole city going after you, all of the Oscorp people, and on hard superhero mode, which is what I played it on, it's pretty much impossible to escape them, so you're always just trying to stay away from them, which is a hassle, so you'll eventually find yourself doing the side missions just so you don't get the bad reputation and have Oscorp chasing after you whenever you're trying to free roam in the city. There also is an upgrade system in the game, which is pretty useless. I didn't even use it the entire game. I forgot it was there. One of the really cool things, though, that I thought was awesome to have in the game was during free roam you have the ability to get a bunch of different kinds of collectibles. Most are audio logs and stuff like that, but you could get comic book pages. And with you get enough comic book pages, you have the ability to go into Stan Lee's comic book shop and actually unlock old Spider-Man comics and read them in game, which I just thought was really cool because a lot of those issues are hard to find, and if you do find them there, it could be up to thousands of dollars. So my final verdict for The Amazing Spider-Man 2 is a 6.5 out of 10 due to the uninnovative combat system, the boring Peter Parker segments, and the horrible camera angles while trying to web sling and wall run. Other than that, the game is anything but amazing, but it's not that bad for a movie tie-in. Usually, those are pretty horrible. So if you guys have money to spend on the Spider-Man game, I would recommend saving it and going out and seeing the movie. Comes out today, Friday, the 2nd of May, 2014. The movie's really good. I actually have already seen it, and I would suggest seeing it if you haven't already, instead of buying this game. So if you guys found this review helpful in any way, go ahead and leave a like down below, comment, tell me what I did good, what I could do better, and subscribe if you enjoyed. And always,